What's up, guys? Yeah, so I guess I'm not like my thoughts aren't well put together today, but we'll get through this. Yeah, so today I was like, what's on my mind is impulse spending, right? Mainly because I just went and bought two pairs of the exact same shoes, just different colors, and the shoes are like they only have like one purpose, and I'm gonna wear them maybe twice a year. So why the fuck do I need two pairs, right? Because they were cheap. That's what it is. They were cheap. They were on sale. Always get me with the sales, right? And so I'm gonna talk like a little bit about just how I combat that, right? So I try to always save my receipts so that way, like if a few days go by and I'm not like in love with the item, I can return it because a lot of times the money's better than the item, right? And how do I really know if I can afford something, right? Is I find myself like checking my bank account, checking my credit cards, you know what I mean? And I'm like doing math a lot. And it's like, well, I mean, if I'm stressing this hard over this, obviously I shouldn't have bought it, right? And that all comes back to like living inside your means, right? So it's cool to be able to spend money on shit, but you don't want to spend money on random shit if you're trying to make money because it takes that money to make money, right? So a few $80 shoes add up, even if they were half off, that really adds up. You don't need two of them. So that's like it's like a big thing, I think, that's a problem, right? And the cool thing about impulse spending is like it releases that dopamine, right? And who doesn't love dopamine? I love dopamine. But the other cool thing is like you can get that dopamine release and then a few days later realize, you know what I mean, that was a dumb decision and return that shit, right? That's probably what I'm gonna do with one of these pairs of shoes. I'm gonna keep one, but so I just feel like we're constantly in a society where they're pushing things on us, right? And it's really easy to fall into thinking that you need something, right? We're the best at convincing ourselves that we need something. Like, generally speaking, you don't need two cars. Generally speaking, you don't need a big ass house. Generally, like, unless you got kids or like you know what I mean? There's exceptions to these things, right? But for the average person, like, a lot of these things are unnecessary. The 25 pairs of shoes I have, completely unnecessary, especially since I'm adding more to it. But that's like something I think that everyone struggles with, right? Because we all just like stuff. We're a very consumeristic society. I don't even know if that's a word, but to the point where it's like can be detrimental to our finances, right? I don't know how many times I've made a decision where it was like an impulse purchase, and then next thing you know, I'm like, fuck, man, I got these bills. Why, like, you know what I mean? Why don't I have money? And it's like, it all boils down to just a bad decision, right? So yeah, just a little tip for that, you know what I mean? Keep your receipts, check return policies. You can always go back, and most of the mistakes you make aren't final, right? I don't know. This one was really a rant.